So, what we're gonna do, actually, what we've got is a Mcintosh programmable power supply. It doesn't work. On the side, you can see from some date it looks like 83, but it was smudged. It says blows line fuse. This was being used at IBM, which is pretty local. I found it at a surplus store. So we're going to see what's wrong with it. Right off the bat, I see there's a connector here. Let me get some more light going on. There we go. I see this was some sort of plug-mounted device, and the connector's completely corroded. That might be part of our problem. Only one way to find out. So let's engage the radio and tear into it. I did check to see which side had the stuff mounted on it. Let's get this like way up and out of the way. And I'm actually taking off the wrong side. So let's do the right side. Always pays to double, quadruple, quintuple check your work, especially with electronics. Oh, there goes our faceplate. It's nice. It comes right off. Kind of don't need that to come off, so I'll attach the screws at the other side of the chassis. Take this apart now. Should come off. There's our big transformer. This seems fairly straightforward. We might be able to fix this. It's really beautifully made. So I'm gonna fix the front panel situation. Fortunately, all the screws are the same length. It's almost like this thing was designed by someone who was using their brain. At Mcintosh Labs? I would have never guessed. We're gonna have to figure out how to program this thing as well. So what do we have? Non-bulged capacitors, some Motorola TO3s, some sort of ceramic backplate, and an anodized aluminum insulator. Alright, so problem with that, lots of companies did this. They used the anodization of the aluminum heatsink and the aluminum spacer. I mean the aluminum insulator. They look scratched, but the problem is, this is just such a terrible system because one little high spot on the entire surface of the heatsink or the insulator, and it's going to short. And that could be what happened to this. We might have a short to the heatsink, unless the heatsink is floating, which we also have to check, and it's got bolts going right into it, right to the chassis. So that's not very likely that it's floating. Let's go to beep mode. We're going to check continuity. Okay. Seems like we don't have a short to the insulator. Do we have a short from the insulator to the heatsink? No. Is that connected? Yes. that is. So what about this? Any sort of short, and it appears we're good. So I'm gonna figure out what the issue is. I'm gonna download a schematic, and we're gonna get to the bottom of this.